yards shy of there at the 24. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade, and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on the punt. Desmond King deep for Houston. Taking it about the 16. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On second down, this is Harris. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Rudolph. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Looking for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against him. Have to know where you are on the field.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
Guts to call it in that situation. Think you're going to get an easy 3. Instead, you turn it into 6.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Rudolph on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now, here's the first of their 3 timeouts. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's complete to his tight end fire move. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play callers, you're looking on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
On first down, Rudolph. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Rudolph. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
Now he's loose at the 40. Allen Robinson.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robinson, 89 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And now out comes Houston. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still fighting for more. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Steps away. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Stroud now on second down. That is caught by Dell.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, Brandon, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Flush to his right.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Being chased out left.
Powering his way forward. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
He spins free, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, this tackles, that could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Fairbairn is celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So apparently the bank is open, and fortunate for them as it gives them a 4th quarter.
Talk about being fortunate. Fortune was definitely on their side there. I think 9 times out of 10, this ball hits the bar and comes right down. But he manages to put a little English on it, and he gets it to go.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Texans scoop it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, we saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
Got his man, it's Warren. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have this.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. You see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And bulldozing his way through. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, but both of those units in there kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On second down, it's Stroud.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's now a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Automatic first down.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You gotta love. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he?
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football?
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
First play, here's Cousins.
And right away, he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Steps away to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing is Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, Cousins. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And Allen's going to have the Chargers first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got Allen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Slant route, and he's got Addison.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Oh, a solid stiff arm. It's an open field.
Still on his feet. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings. Alec Alexander Madison. 71 yards. And the Vikings have come back to make it a 2-point game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now Davis fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch.
There he goes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practice.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Here's Cousins. Pass complete to Addison. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first down throw for Cousins. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen pushing his way through. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away. Draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chargers have tied the game with a chance to go in front on the final play of this first half.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film, but how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it, but he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports
we thought
halftime
this one would be a
now
close battle coming in,
Coachman.
and we have not
Take it
been
away,
disappointed.
Coach.
They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. The big fella. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph on for the extra point. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Joseph now to have the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And fighting down inside the 25. A big play there for LA. 69 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
Now Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Holding offense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they like to let them stand.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Returnable here for Davis. And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like we can tell those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. We got to go thank the guys on D.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, Madison pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd down and goal coming up here. Madison. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now, 4th and goal. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And now the kick is blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they can't bring him down. And now off to the races, down the right side. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
And that run right there just what the doctor ordered.
You're talking about putting it all together for your offense because no big run happens unless everyone does their job. And now you're thinking about ending the football game because you're in field goal range.
What a dandy this has been. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that'll be caught.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
From his own end zone, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very...
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now 3rd down and 7. To throw, Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Cousins now. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tito Agbenaya getting in there to drop it. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Osborne, right side.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fubu on the Southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks. From Mercedes, I Seiji Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership with drip, you can see me leaking. Shh. Be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shot to been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect the demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like a arch.
It's Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Fins, and it's all up next.
Well, much of the country is... Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute.
But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. A little juke, and now running right through it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. And the 49er hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Out of the gun, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's Purdy.
Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Again, McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't...
And it's a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Tua. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're set up in great position to put more points on the board as the return of the free kick has them starting in the red zone already.
What a combination of terrific plays and momentum. And now I think they got to press it. To be set up in this spot right now,
take advantage.
Attack right now on first play. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt.
Braxton Berrios deep for Miami.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. They got his man, complete. Now inside the 25. Tyreek Hill, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Jennings lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 23-point deficit.
It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing air.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 60 yards. On play action, here's Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 40 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.